Give it a few minutes for people to come in. If you're just joining us, we're just going to wait a second here to give some others a chance to join us. So we will be starting in just a minute. All right, we can go ahead and kick it off. Welcome to our March edition of the PropertyIntel Office Hours. We've got our regular crew here today. My name is Kelsey McGraw. I'm the Senior Product Marketing Manager for PropertyIntel. We have Kurt Conrad, Senior Product Business Owner for PI, and Joshua Martin, the Manager of Product for PI. So we will be taking you through some new features and reminders today. Yes, new features and improvements first. Joshua will take us through a new feature demo. We've got some exciting things to share on the advanced measuring tool side and the Aspire integration side, a roadmap preview, and then some time for open Q&A at the end. So some new features since the last office hours. Kurt, do you want to take this?
Yeah, absolutely. We started off with improving our PDF upload improvements. And great thing about that is not only is it faster, but you're getting a much higher visibility and resolution with those images. So doing those enhancements or uploading those plans, you're going to notice a big difference in how the PDF uploads are treated. And then with the Aspire Sync updates, you can now start a PropertyIntel Complete, a done-for-you measured property request right within Aspire. And last, we've got updates to our drawing tools. You're going to see volume shapes, the area shapes. Josh is going to go ahead and show you the detail on that. Being able to add more drawing settings into the catalogs and gain greater control there, and then resizing multiple shapes, which is going to come in handy for a number of use cases.
Awesome. Thanks, Kurt. And we will pass it off to Joshua for the demo.
All right. So wanted to demo first some of the PDF upload improvements that we've made. So we've got some stuff coming out this week that's going to greater improve the performance, make it even faster on the upload time, but then also making it faster when you're coming back into projects that are using PDFs, and then demo the select a page upload as well first. So the change that you'll see whenever you're adding a PDF, a multi-page PDF. So I can start with a file upload here, browse file. So this will be the change that comes into the system. So where you'll have, when you have multiple pages within the PDF, displaying thumbnails here that you can look at and see the pages that are, and then uncheck or check the boxes to include them in the project. So a lot of times the use case here is a lot of times that the landscape or irrigation or hardscape plans may be within a set of documents that you don't really need everything, and so you're only really focused on the sheets that you need. So this improvement allows you to not upload all 14. You can uncheck and you can see how this changes, and you can only upload the ones that you actually need. So it's going to help too with just overall like performance for you within the project by only having to use the pages that you need. One of the other additions in this is so you can click on any of these and it'll upload a preview, give you a preview of the actual PDF It takes a second to render, but then you can see a preview of it to see if this is the page that you want to include or exclude. So any of these within that lets you do that. So, but whenever you're happy with whatever set of pages that you want to upload, you can just click create project and it'll do, like in this case, it would do those 10 rather than those 14 different files that you might have been uploading. So, and then, yeah, so that's the select individual page within it. I'm going to hop over now and then look at some of the Aspire sync updates that we have. So the biggest one right now that is in there is the ability to be able to request a PI complete be done for a property right from the Aspire flow. So you can kind of see here where I'm in the Aspire property itself. You can go into the meatball menu where takeoffs where you would normally go. And then this launch property intel button is here. So in previous time when I would click launch property intel, it would open up kind of the flow for you to create a new project. And so what we've done now is there's one kind of little intermediate step. So you can create the PI complete request. And so if you know it's going to be where done for you measurements that we're going to measure for you, then you can go ahead and click create a PI complete request. And then it's going to take the address, the name of the project, everything, and kind of hop you into that PI complete flow. If you're wanting to do it the way maybe you've done it in the past, and you measure yourself, then you would just create this, click this, create a new project. Another addition that we did in this that's both here and beyond the opportunity is that you can change the name now. Previously, we just selected the name of the project for you based off of the information in Aspire, but now you can edit that on the front end, so you don't have to wait till you create the project if you want to change the name to be more standard of what you would have. So, yeah, so in this case, I'm going to click create PI complete request. And then you can see here, it's going to open up that screen that you're familiar with, where you're coming in and confirming that this is the address that you want to choose. So we automatically search the address based off of what was in Aspire. I would click confirm address selection, and it's going to hop me into that PI complete flow. And so you're right in here, can kind of continue through where you're selecting the features, placing that order. And then the good news is, like, once that has been completed and delivered back to you, it's already connected to that Aspire property. So all you would then have to do is go in and map over the things that we measured to your Aspire items, and so they'll sync right in. And so it does eliminate several steps from that flow that you're experiencing today, especially for people who are relying heavily on PI complete within it. Yeah, so that's kind of those two particular features. The transition to a volume and the catalog settings isn't quite to this staging environment where I can demo it, but then I can show what I did want to show is the other settings related to resizing multiple shapes. That's a new feature that we put out. So I can just really go into any project to look at that. And so if I add, let me just add a couple of items to this. Just kind of show you what that looks like. And so now with multi-select, you can select items, and then if you want to resize them in bulk, then we have these edge handles here, so you can multi-select those things, and then you can use these edge handles to resize them, so you can make them larger, smaller, however you need to do, and it automatically updates that. So where this can be particularly helpful is, especially for our construction users that are oftentimes copying and pasting between like revisions of plan sets. And so they've done a takeoff on one page, then updates come out and they want to copy everything they've already done over to the new plan that came out and check it. Sometimes those may not perfectly match up. And so this multi-select lets you do that. It lets you select it all and then resize it to fit the new drawing that you uploaded. Also helpful just in design scenarios that if you're kind of creating similar beds around the area, but there's just different sizes, then it allows you to copy and paste and then resize to customize those annotations for those particular projects within it. So, but yeah, so that's the new features coming out. Like I said, I think the transition to volume is one of the larger ones that I'm not able to demo right now, but will be out this week. Which is in this, like in the case where if one of these was a volume shape, today you can't make a volume an area. It ends up deleting all of those shapes, but the new feature will allow you to do that. So you can easily move something from being a volume to an actual area just by changing the units. So that's a big value add. And then when we're talking about more catalog drawing settings within the markup view, you have these additional settings like line style, line width, and fill opacity. And so the addition is whenever you're editing the overall item here, those settings would be there. So they would be in your master catalog for you to set, but then also kind of within the project. So that's been an ask by several users to get out, and so it's coming soon. So we plan to have all that out with our release Thursday this week. So that's all I have. Kind of move over to the next one.
Awesome. Thanks, Joshua. Get the deck pulled
That's
back.
me on the next one too, and the roadmap.
Yeah. I've lost my tabs.
I can reshare.
Thank you.
Yeah, so looking at the roadmap, things that we've done and kind of where we're catching up to, and so some of those drawing tools that we talked about today is so we're working on the advanced drawing tools, so several more to come, and the same with the Aspire Opportunity Sync improvements. Working on several ones of those. So within advanced drawing tools, things looking forward to are like snapping to the edge of existing shapes. Reverse cutout is another big one that a lot of people have asked about, and so that feature functionality is coming in. Being able to delete points on the outside of shapes, and then also being able to edit holes that you place with the cutout tool. So all that stuff is coming in with next month's release and those advanced drawing tools. So exciting stuff to look forward to there. I think a lot of those things from a lot of users have been features that they've been looking forward to, and we've been talking about coming soon. So it's exciting to actually see those coming to life and getting in testing for us to be able to get out to you soon. So same with Aspire Opportunity Syncs, a lot of improvements there. Specifically being able to sync one-time items, that coming over, also improving some of the things around that you experience today as a Aspire user. If you reorder the estimate and it ends up breaking the sync for Property Intel because that sort order gets out of whack, and so we'll be handling that you can be able to reorder things and have them reflected back over at Aspire and keep the sync, but then also your Aspire templates. And so if you start with a template in Aspire, being able to create an estimate, an opportunity within Property Intel, pre-pop items and groups and services within it. Also AI assisted measuring. So our Pro Maps is that in beta now. And so getting beta user feedback on that, and then look to a lot more that we have coming with drone platforms and mobile optimizations in the production modeling. So a lot of exciting design work coming in right now with that. So, I like the PI complete before we kind of move on to our Q&A.
Yeah, absolutely. PI complete is continuing to be an exciting option for our customers, and the ability to handle surge, season with offloading the manual work to us to supplement your in-house measuring team. That hybrid approach is a great way to be able to increase your efficiency and keep your people focused on the highest and best use activities. The other thing we're seeing, it's interesting with Property Intel Complete, is on the acquisition side, we've got customers who are making acquisitions. They're bringing in these new companies, and they're going back and remeasuring some of the portfolio that they inherited to true up the measurements and to make sure they're current and accurate. So just wanted to remind you, if you haven't tried Property Intel Complete, you can do a free property and submit that. And if you are, we continue to work hard to make the service even better. And again, it is on demand pricing, $2 an acre. There is a $10 minimum, and the first 6 property features are included.
Yeah, and one
right,
roadmap item that's not on wasn't on that roadmap graphic is the bulk order for PI Complete, and so that's in development right now. We do anticipate having that out later this spring. So for those complete portfolio mappings, if you want to bulk submit properties, that you'll be able to do that and submit whatever number of properties that you want without having to individually submit them one at a time. So excited about that feature functionality. It's been progressing along nicely. All right, I think we're ready for Q&A. So I did see the one question that came through, Kelsey, already. So yeah, so that setting a default on measured areas and then the plant size. So yeah, you can today, if you so today, if you're in, you can click on your catalog. And then all of your items, whether it's a PropertyIntel catalog item, or if you're an Aspire user, your Aspire catalog, we bring that information in here. You can set those defaults. And so you can just click one of the items. You can set the default color, the pattern if it's an area item. And then I think you mentioned about plants. And so like this tree, you can set the symbol and color. And then if you're doing so size specific for plants, where you can do the scaled and you can set the diameter. So that's what you can do today. And then the new feature that we mentioned earlier that's coming out is those additional settings around like line weight, opacity, the line style. Those will be available to use within here. There's one other additional feature related to that makes it nice for if you're an admin user. So if you're within a project using any of these particular materials, you can click this edit item. And so if you're going to change the color or pattern, if you're an admin user for your organization, you would have this sync with master catalog button. And so if you turn this on, then it's going to automatically update your master catalog with these particular settings. So if you're in a project working and you want everything to kind of sync back over to your catalog and update it with these settings so that future projects use the same thing, then just make sure you enable that catalog, the sync with master catalog toggle when you're adding items to your list. Yep, that was a good question.
Thanks, Joshua. I'll give it another minute or so here to see if we have any other questions come in today, but today was short and sweet, and just see if we can help out anyone else. But just as a reminder, while we wait to see if there are any more questions coming in, this webinar will be posted and emailed to you for your reference. So if you have anyone on your team that was not able to come, that should be aware of the new features, or if you were not able to attend today and you're watching this as a recording, please feel free to respond back to that email with any questions that you may have after we end this webinar. And then also, if you just have any feedback or ideas, feel free to email them back to me, and we will be looking out for you in the next webinar. Just one question about how do we sign up for future webinars. Stay up to date with the PropertyIntel Insider email. That comes from me, and we send those out on Thursdays. So I will also include a link to that in the webinar follow-up email that I'll send today, but you'll also get it in our monthly newsletter that will go out on Thursday, and you'll just sign up there. So we keep that updated, and we do this once a month on the last Tuesday of the month. So we hope to see you there. If not, we still encourage you to register anyways, because if you register, we will send you a recording. So always be on the lookout for that. Keep your registrations up, and we will see you there. Looks like for now we don't have any more questions, so we can go ahead and wrap up for today. Thank you for joining us. you'll hear from me in a few hours with the recording. And hope everybody has a great day. Thanks.
Thank you, everybody.